We are taught to disbelieve our intuition and to stop seeing what we're seeing. We essentially gaslight ourselves into adulthood to get rid of any part of our intuition that doesn't feel like it's useful. Women tend to hold on to that, and we call it mother's intuition or women's intuition. Men, on the other hand, around the age of puberty, start to turn that into, they're just really good at cards, or they're a really good salesman. They turn their intuition into something useful. We all do, I guess, to some degree. So it's unusual when someone reaches adulthood and maintains the ability to see the dead or to experience the other, which is why I think we make it so weird. I know I use that word very loosely, but it really does apply to almost everything that comes out of my mouth. So going forward, are there ways that you can make your intuition more useful to you? Step one, pay attention to it. Your initial reaction to something is usually exactly what it is. Anything you think of after that is generally you trying to talk yourself out of what your gut told you was the truth. So learn to trust your gut. Test it. If initially you feel like direction A was the direction you should have gone and you go direction B, have a debrief afterward and try to figure out what went wrong that way and what could have been done differently if you'd gone with route A. There's nothing wrong with testing the boundaries of your own knowledge, but we still have that sense of other, that sense of something that isn't coming from our intellect. We value our intellect, though. We don't value intuition, which is kind of sad because it is a whole other sense. I went through a period, actually it's a rolling period, it happens every few years or so, where I feel completely cut off from my guides and from my intuition. And I've described it like losing an arm or losing my vision. It can be extremely hard to get used to if you come to rely on that as a means by which you move through the world. But you might actually be doing it more than you're aware of. So it just requires you to check in a little more often and figure out what it is that you're feeling. It's especially more so if you're an empath, if you're one of those people who can feel the feelings of other people. This is a pretty common thing, but not all empaths understand what they are. And they're essentially a sponge for everyone's energy. I have a client who I've had for 20 years, off and on. She's in her late 60s now, and she's a physical medium. She's also extremely empathic. So that means that in the work that she did as a social worker, she was picking up not only the emotions of the people that she was working with, but the physical ailments. We had discussions earlier on in her career about how she needed to protect herself from this. She decided that they weren't worth following or exploring, and she is now so sick that she can't do the things that she loves to do in her retirement, and the doctors can't diagnose her because literally she has taken on all of the illnesses of all of the people that she's worked with over her career. There was a simple solution right out of the gate. It requires you to stretch your imagination a little bit, but people stretch their imaginations when somebody told them that a pill would be able to help their viral infection. So this is no different than that. Just because we can't explain the mechanism by which this works doesn't mean it doesn't work.